I go here to open, then I will move to chapter number 3, exercise file. Chapter number 3, I will open my project, electrical project. Exercise file, you can find it in the description below my YouTube channel. There is a link, double click to the link so you can download my exercise file to follow me back to back to in this training course. Now we have this electrical project already open, and let us do some settings. Now we have here there is architect, structural, steel system. The system is my work as an MEP engineer. You will find different palettes. There is HVAC, fabrication, mechanical, plumbing, and electrical. Now my concentration is on electrical. Near this palette, you will find here there is a small arrow. This one will lead me to electrical settings. So let me press this arrow. Now in this arrow, you can find different settings that you can do it. For example, here, let's go to wiring. So here in wiring, you can do some different settings in wiring. Let's go to, for example, wiring sizing. Here, for example, this is the aluminum material or copper material. You can check the wiring, and this is the temperature and the correction factor. And here, this one as aluminum. 15 ampere, what is the conductor size, and for the copper is the same. Here wiring types, for example, there is a copper, and you can check here some settings for wiring size, the voltages, what you need about the voltages and information. You can make any adjustment you want, and there is here some settings for the cable tray settings. You can do it some anything here. You can move in detail one by one, and you can make whatever modification you want. And here symbol this riser drops and the sizes for the risers. Here the panel schedule and the load calculation, how he did this load calculation. For example, here this material copper, and this is one. If you want to new opacity, you can click here and you can add new information that you want. For example, wiring types, I don't know if there is some others, but here you can do whatever modification you want. Here you can add this material, new material here for aluminum and copper regarding wiring sizing. And here you can add this material, or you can delete this material. For example, here there is a 30 ampere. The size of the wire will be 10, and this is the diameter. So here you can make all the information and adjust your setting. After you adjust your setting, you can press here OK, and now your settings for the electrical drawings is ready. If you want to save it as a template for the future, so you don't want every time to change these settings for every new project, so you can do all your settings that you want. Then you can save it as a template. So you can move here to file and save as, and you can save it as a template. So in the future you can open especially this template, and all your settings already are ready for you. Now let us draw. We are now in electrical project. Let us start to draw some electrical conduits. Now let's move here. Here you can find an electrical palette. Here we have a conduit. The shortcut for the conduit CN. If you want to start a new draw your conduit, you can press the shortcut CN, and you already will be in the conduit command. And let me click this conduit. Now you will have a new ribbon special for conduit, and here you will see modify place conduit. Here we can draw my conduits, and here all this one from this line to the left, it is the same. The ribbon is the same for all the commands. And here this one, the light green color area, it is the special commands or buttons special for this conduits. And this is the option bar, also special for this conduit. Now remember that I am right now on lighting plan. and I want to start draw a conduit, and now Revit will give me warning that I am drawing in a wrong plan. Now let me start to draw my conduit. Now this conduit, the diameter of this conduit that I wanted to draw right now is 53 mm, and the elevation to 2750, and now I will start to draw my line. As you see, you can't see this conduit, and if I click another click, now it give me this warning. None of the created elements are visible in floor plan. In this plan, I can't see those conduits. All of them are invisible. Light view plan. You may want to check the active view. You should check what is the active view right now, and now he give me the solution. What can I do to solve this problem? So he give me the answer. You may want to check the active view. We need to check this view, its parameter and visibility settings, as well as any plan region on and their settings. Now let me go here down little bit, and I make another click. He give me the same warning. Now I go to modify tool to exit this conduit command. Now you can see this conduit, and already I have this warning dialog, which telling me I have to move to another plan to give me the solution. So I let me go here to power plan, first floor, the power plan, and you see here I can find my conduit in power plan, which means that I am in the wrong plan. Revit is smart to know this is for power plan, belong to power plan, not belong to lighting plan. So this is drawings especially for the power plan. So this is my conduit. Now if I am select here, you will see this conduit is 53 mm. This is the conduit. Now let me draw a new conduit. I can press CN on keyboard, CN, to go directly to conduit command. So I need to press CN without enter, only CN, only these two buttons, no need to enter like AutoCAD. Now I am in conduit command. Let me change the elevation. Here the elevation is 2700. Let me make a remarkable change in elevation. I will write here 1000. Let us remarkable. Let me change the conduit size to be, for example, 63 mm, and I want to start from this point. Now I want to start from this point. Let me zoom out. I will go down like this. Now this is my conduit. If I want to change the elevation again, I can again click this arrow. Now I can go to my oldest elevation. It already, you see, he makes some saving. Now I am go again up. If I want to go up, you see here there is some temporary dimensions is going on. If you see there is here now 6,000 increment, 7,000, 8,000, 1,000. This is my increment. If I zoom in more, you'll see the increment changed to hundreds. Now 800, 900, 8,000, 100. Now this is 100. If I make a more zoom, it will be changed again. This is hundreds. Again, another zoom. Hundreds, still hundreds. Let me make more zoom. Here zoom is hundreds, still in hundreds. Now if I make more zoom, still this zooms in hundreds. So this is one, it should be in 20s and something like this. Maybe I need to make some settings for the snaps. Okay, I will do some settings. Now if you see the angle, regarding the angle, you see here that the angle is 90 degree. I can see what is the angle that I can directly draw this conduit. So I can draw I know the length of the conduit, how much I need, the length of this conduit, and plus the angle of this conduit. Let me do it in this angle as a 45. Now this is my angle 45. I can do it in another angle, move like this. This is another angle as a 45, and then I can change my conduit size. Let me make it very big, 155, and here let me go up to this another angle. If I want it on 30 degree, the angle. Now if I can have this 30 degree angle. Now how I can adjust these increment and angles, what is the settings? Let me go here to manage, and from this manage tab, let us go here to snaps, this magnetic snaps. In this snaps, you can see here what is the increment of the length. It is starting with thousands increment, and if I make zoom in more, it will be hundreds, zoom in more, it will be 20s, and zoom more, it will be 5. And the same for the angle. The increment for the angle it will be 90, 45, 15, 5, and 1. If I don't need this one, it will be every 5 degree will be the angle. I can delete from here. I can delete this one, and I can make it as a 5 degree angle. So, and let me return back again to 1. I want to change it. Now we have here another subject is the object snap. Object snap, it's like AutoCAD. Here there's endpoint, midpoint, nearest, and the quadrants, something intersection, and every one is they have a different shortcut than AutoCAD. For example, here we have endpoint. The shortcut it will be SE, which means snap end. Midpoint it will be SM, which means snap mid. Nearest it will be SN, snap N, snap nearest, and so on. So here this is the shortcut. Now let us check the shortcuts regarding the SE snaps endpoint and midpoint snap, and let us speak about those snaps. Now if I want to start draw a new conduit, let me here go to again to system, and we have here a conduit, and let me change the size of this conduit to will be 35 mm. And now I want to move the cursor near to start the snaps. You see here there is like intersection, and here show me the this midpoint snap, and here on the end it will be circle. This is the endpoint snap, and you see here there is a different snap. If I want to start from the middle, I can start it directly, and here the endpoints. From here, this is the endpoint, this is the endpoint. So here I can, this is the snaps. Now, if I don't want this intersection snaps to come or the endpoint snap to see it, so I can override these snaps. Let me make here right click, and here let us find this is snap override. Now I can override the snap. If I want only to snap the midpoint, let me select here the midpoint from here. Now if I move the cursor, you see it will not show any other snaps except the midpoint snap. You see from here is the same, and if I go here far and I right click, it will be like a magnet. It will catch it from the midpoint, and I can start from here my conduit and do whatever I want. Now let us go to modify tool to get out from this command, and let us draw another conduit C and the command if you want. Now I want to, now again you see the snaps already come back again, intersect and the midpoint snap. Now if I want to only select the endpoint snap, I can press the shortcut SE, and now the midpoint won't show, only will show the end point. As you notice here, this is the end points, and then I can start to draw my conduit. Of course there is here no auto route, something like this. I can cancel it or show where is the problem. Now forget. Now let us again to draw this conduit from let us override it as E. Again the end of this conduit. From here this is the end, and I can go like this. This is my new conduit. Now if you notice there is everywhere changes. If you here we make zoom in, you see this is here where I drop down. The changes elevation already changed from here and here. This is the green color, show me the elevation changes. And if you notice here, he will draw the Revit is smart, and automatically he draw a junction box like this. For electrical engineers, they know what is the meaning of junction box. and here because also there is another junction box, because this conduit size is different than this conduit size. And if you want another type of view, here also new junction box. If you go here to the elevation, let's speak about these dots, this circle, and with the small arrow here. And I will go to this one. These those circles is showing the elevations as south, north, east, and west. So this is the south elevation. Let me zoom in. You can go to the elevation from here. From here you can go and open with the elevation that you want, or from here you see this is a small triangle. I can double click here and will automatically open for me the south elevation. So these show me what is the elevation. So this one is the elevations. So north, south, east, west. Again, this is east, west, north, south. And if you want to move direct to the elevation from this drawing, only double click to this triangle. Now I am in south elevation. You see here there is my conduits. Here it's a long drawing. Now this is my line and my conduits and how go up and down. And here you see it is between level 1 and level 2. And if I click here, it will show you this is the elevation. It will be 2750, and here this is the elevation for me. If I want to go to this side, for example, I want the east elevation, I can double click from here, and here you see how the conduits already dropped down. If I select this one, this 1000, and this line, it will be 2750, 2750 between the level 1 and level 2. I want to be more clear, then I go here up to quick action toolbar, and this one will show me this house. I can click this house. Now this will be in 3D. You can see these conduits on 3D, and this is the junction box. Here I believe this is another junction box, but here if you see that is only the single line. So I want to be more clear. I can go here down, and this is for the view bar. Then I can click this one. This one will show me the scale, how much the scale. I can here see this one. It is already now medium. I can make it much more clearer. So make it fine. Now see this is double line. I want to be more realistic. Then I can go here to this visual style is hidden line right now. Let's do it as realistic. Now it is look like a real conduit. Now it's look like a real conduit, and here you can see in 3D how the elevations for these conduit. You can try it with yourself at home, and this is how we can draw a conduits, and this is the starting point. And if we click this conduit, you can go here and find this is the category, it is a conduit, and here this is the type selector. If we want to select from here, you can see we have two family, conduit with fittings and conduit without fittings. Right now we are using conduit without fittings, rigid metallic type, and we have other types here, and you can select whatever types you want. And from here, if you want to edit this type, you can go to this dialog box, and here you can, for example, the fittings T, you can press from here and you can change what T you need it as a junction box, unions, whatever, and here you can see different unions, and here you can, so you can adjust your material, and from here you can change the family that you want and the type and whatever you want from this type properties. After changes done, you can press apply or OK to apply these changes. And from here, if you selected from here this conduit, if you select this one, you see much more information. So this information tell you about this conduit, the middle elevation, this one, the middle elevation, and this is the diameter of this conduit, it is 53. You can change the diameter from here to any other diameter for example 63. From here you can change the diameter, apply. Now you already changed the diameter to 63. You can also change the elevation. If I want to touch this conduit, let me try to change the elevation if I can do it. And let's go up. From here, let me change this elevation to 1500 and press apply. If it is accepted, no, he give me here warning. Maybe we can do it from here. Let me do, for example, 2700. If I can accept it, apply. Yes, it is accepted 2700. So this is reasonable changes in elevation. Give you the Revit. Apply again. It is also accepted now. So this elevation's already changed from here. Now this is the elevation already now 2500, and here also give me 2500. If I want to go to 1000, again he give me warning. The conduit has been modified to be in the opposite direction or insufficient space to create the required fittings. So there is some fittings can be, it should be here, and there is no fitting such fittings to do this type of changing in elevation. So this one, how we can change the look to the conduit properties.